As you know, eToro has a revolutionary copy people feature where effectively you add your funds and you invest in traders and they handle your money in the same proportion and percentage as whatever you're adding, as whatever they have. So eToro, copy people, brilliant. But does it end there at copy people that eToro brings to the market? It turns out there's so much more. I've not really looked into this too much, but someone commented on one of my YouTube videos, someone called Drip King. Thank you for the tip, for giving you a little shout out. Yeah, I mean, as you know, my YouTube channel is all about copy trading, copy people. But this YouTuber left a comment on my video saying, can you do a video comparing copy people versus copy portfolios? I was a little confused. I was like, okay, so what does he mean by copy portfolios? Is he confused? But I asked him a few questions, like asking exactly what he meant. And yeah, basically eToro has this whole other thing besides copy people. So you have copy people here, and then just below that you have invest in copy portfolios. So let's have a click on here. And what you'll see is the page is divided into 3 subcategories. I mean, there's two categories that eToro has. You have copy people and then copy portfolios. But within the copy portfolios, you have market copy portfolios. So these are built around an idea, performance metric, or an algorithm that picks its top performing assets. And there's a whole bunch to choose from here, not just these 3. So each one of these is a sort of block of assets, if you like. So for example, we've got cryptocurrency. This is a whole group that's been created by eToro that you can copy, and it will just copy everything within the group. So this one's only got 2, top 2 cryptocurrencies. So this one's Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if we open this, just to give you an idea, so you can see here that it's not equally split. It's not 50% Bitcoin, 50% Ethereum. It's actually 83% allocated to Bitcoin and 16% allocated to Ethereum. So let's just have a look down here so you can see the stats. So if you had copied on this copy portfolio, the cryptocurrency, top 2 cryptocurrencies, 2017, you would have made 900%. 2018, minus 75%. Year after that, 75%. And then this year, 316%. Currently, 22% for this month, January 2021. Okay, so let's go back. So that's basically what it is. That's what market portfolios is. Let's just open these 2 as an example. So here you got the allocation, the asset allocation. So you got all these nice little equal percentages, and then you got other. You know, what ones are in the other? Let's go to portfolio. If we have a look at risk, it will show you all of them. It won't just say other, it will show you all of them. And you can have a little scroll on the side here, and it will tell you each individual asset and what percentage allocation it has to this particular market copy portfolio. I'm going to have a quick look at this one. So this is renewable energy. Let's have a look at the stats. So 71% for last year, 21% for the year before, 9% for this year. And I forgot to do that for the other one. Let's have a quick look at that one. So 68% for last year for genome engineering, and 3% for this year. Okay. How much? There's 2 questions that comes to my attention, which is how much do I have to invest? What's the minimum I can invest in this new to me, this new market portfolio? The cryptocurrency, for example, what's the minimum? How much money do I need? And Is it like copy people? Would it close on its own at certain points? Is there a human behind it that stops it and opens it? Is there an AI that opens it and stops it? I think more research needs to be done, but I strongly believe that anything that's a market portfolio, you have to monitor yourself. Generally, the idea with trading is that you put money on it and you let it go. You add more money, you invest more money. So the idea isn't to manipulate it and stop it and stop certain sections, because I don't think you can do that with these market portfolios. You can't stop one or start another. It's all or nothing. They've allocated this to you. They've put them all in and said, here's a market portfolio. We've put 10 assets in there that categorize, renewable energy, and you've got them all in there, and it's all or nothing. And we've allocated, distributed it equally, however they see fit, the eToro managers, and it's all or nothing. So you can't manipulate it. You can't stop and start. You can't change the allocation. At least that's what I believe. And no one's going to stop it for you. There's no manipulation. As with copy people, that's real living people that can open a new trade in whatever they want. A month later or a day later, they can close that and take the profit or take the loss. It's much more customized and flexible to copy people, I believe. So back to the question, how much will it cost me to invest in these market copy portfolios? So I've opened these three here. I've opened these three in tabs. So let's try them all. So renewable energy, how much does it cost? The minimum is $1,000. Let's have a read here as well. Copy portfolios, trademarked, is a portfolio management product investing in copy portfolios. Will automatically copy multiple markets or traders based on a predetermined investment strategy. Copy portfolios should not be considered an exchange-traded funds, nor as hedge funds. So $1,000 is the minimum. Let's try this one. $1,000 is the minimum, even for crypto, which is typically really cheap. Like $25 is the minimum to get into Bitcoin. You need $1,000 for this, and there's no manipulation. So, so far it's not looking that great compared to copy people. Let's try, and this one is also $1,000. So, at the risk of not looking into every single one that they offer for market copy portfolios, it would seem $1,000 is the minimum. It would seem there's no manipulation. You cannot interchange the assets. You cannot stop them. You cannot start them. You cannot change the percentage allocation. Okay. What we're going to do is come back to top trader ones, because it involves traders, which is a lot closer to copy people. So we'll do copy portfolios. We'll do partner copy portfolios, created by our partners who conduct a thorough market analysis for the creation of investment vehicles around a specific strategy. So off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between this top one and this one. They look relatively the same. So let's open these three and see what we can figure out. So look at the stats first. So it only started in 2019. Can't go back any further. 29% with an asterisk. Back-tested results. 37% for last year. And 0.20 for January. So, I mean, that's not looking amazing to me. Let's see what else they got. PayPal. I don't know too many of these initials. I know a lot of you are like, that one's that one, and that one. Why didn't you say that? I mean, I copy trade, so I don't look at these too much. So I can see that's PayPal from when I used to solo trade. Nvidia, AMD, Alibaba. Take-Two, I believe. Amazon. Ah, brilliant. Okay, so you can actually look into it properly and see this. Does that mean maybe you can close them manually and open them? So I don't think you could even see them in this sense. So if you can see them like this, and you can click into them, I'll tell you what, let's go on virtual. Okay, Napoleon X, multi-crypto AI. Napoleon Crypto is a regulated French asset manager which designs low-frequency systematic trading strategies. Machine learning-based investment strategy using following assets. Each asset is given equal exposure and rebalanced daily. Yeah, because if one outperforms the other, I'm sure the asset allocation would favor it. So if it's rebalanced, everything will be equal percentage. And they do that daily. CopyPortfolio is a portfolio management product by eToro. Okay, so let's go to virtual. And the next question is how much money do I need to invest in this bottom one here, partner copy portfolios? Is it the same amount? Is it $1,000 is the minimum? Let's have a look. So let's do this. Okay, so the minimum amount is 2,000. Let's try the other one just to be sure. 2,000. So 1,000 minimum for market copy portfolios and 2,000 for partner copy portfolios. I'm just wondering why is it much more? Is there a strategy involved? I mean, it says specific strategy here. Does it close when it gets to a certain point? Is there more sort of intelligence behind it? On the virtual, let's copy. And we'll have a play and see what we can do. Let's go in Napoleon. Okay, so we're effectively copying this now on the virtual. View all. Okay. So you can't set a stop loss. You can't set a top profit. Increase investment, pause investment, set stop loss. I imagine that would be for everything, yeah. So the stop loss is for everything, because that's not close investment, right? New page, view chart, new trade. Yeah, so it doesn't look like you can manipulate them, which is what I suspected. There's no X button to close it. Yeah, so it looks like they can't be manipulated on a deeper individual level. So at the moment, it's not looking, it's not really for me. Out of the two, from what I've seen so far, market copy portfolios would be the one. If I had to choose out of these three on the investing copy portfolio section, because it's cheaper, $1,000. I mean, I've got to be missing something. There's got to be a reason why this one's. And King Drip, the YouTuber that commented to have a look into this, he said there's one that's called Outsmart NASDAQ, which has constant profits every year. So I want to have a look at that. I can't see it in here, so I'll look in the other one. What's this? Warren Buffett. So what is this? I mean, is this what Warren Buffett's recommended? Is this what he's trading now? If they somehow linked it to... I don't know, it doesn't look great. The profits and such. Interesting though. That his name and pictures on there. Who's this guy? That doesn't look like very healthy profit. 12 months is minus something. 10%, minus 11% for last year. $25 investors. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. How much is it? 2,000. This doesn't make sense. It's not for me. All right, so let's have a look at Outsmart NASDAQ. Okay, so let's open new. 2,000 investors. Let's have a look at the stats first. I'm curious. 70% for last year. 17% for this month. From what the YouTuber King Drip said, so I don't know if he's a YouTuber. I didn't look, to be fair, but he's got a YouTube account and he commented on the video. So he said it's an AI that tries to outperform the NASDAQ, which is really interesting. It's eToro's first smart beta copy portfolio, combining machine learning and the wisdom of the crowd to create a portfolio designed to outperform the NASDAQ 100 index. This portfolio is developed by eToro's data scientists and PhD mathematics specialists. Using artificial intelligence, the algorithm locates traders who are considered NASDAQ experts and then finds the 15 NASDAQ-listed stocks for which these investors' sentiment is the most positive. That's really interesting. AI and outperforming the NASDAQ. I mean, if I was going to do one, as opposed to copy people, if I was going to invest in a copy portfolio, this one is looking pretty good. I mean, I've only looked through a couple, but so far this one has my attention. But again, it's the affordability, isn't it? 1,000. So that's not too bad. But again, it's not a real trader. I don't think it's as good as copy people. Because they're real people. They're looking at this all day. A lot of them do this as a full-time job. And to be frank, the returns are also better. More affordable, better returns. More intelligent, I'd say, because it's a real person keeping an eye on it, as opposed to some artificial intelligence. It's not like a full robot. It's not a full Terminator just, doing the stocks. That's a funny image. But yeah, I mean, it's like a baby Terminator wrapped up in a blanket, coddling the NASDAQ 100's teeth. So finally, let's have a look at top trader copy portfolios. So there's only 3. Let's open all of them. And I did check this one earlier, so I'm going to see how much it is to invest in it, just because I remember this being ridiculous. 5,000. The highest one. Top one is 1,000. The other one we looked at is 2,000. This one is $5,000, the minimum you can invest. 5,000 to get 25% last year, and 3% so far. 5,000 to get 24% last year, 3% so far. 5,000 to get 24%, 1% so far. It's not seeming like it's worth the money. I definitely wouldn't do this. So let's see if there's anyone I recognize. Right, so Gainers Quarter, Miyoshi and Ocean Chan. I mean, I've obviously heard of Jeppe. Oh my God, how many is there? I'm going to say something which is going to be, it might be a bit conflicting and separate the crowd. But I think these 3, basically, I think there's really good traders on eToro that can do 90% plus a year, or at least for last year. There's a really good trader that I've copied recently that did 250% last year. Especially, I think this eToro's put this here, selected these people because they're really popular, which I think is maybe eToro's pulling the strings on that by putting them in limelight. It's like, hey, look at this guy, look at Jeppe. Even though he's not doing amazingly, but they're putting him on the front page. Like, look at this guy, he's going to make you 30% a year, or whatever it is, 20%, 20, 30%. It's not huge compared to Jay. So, 90 to 100% for last year for Jay Nemesis. Do you think his name would be on here? Basically, what I'm trying to say is I think eToro is getting the more popular people, but maybe typically on average less than 50%, less than 40% a year for last year. Maybe even less than 20. Getting all the sort of average or below average profit people, but are quite popular. And they put them here because they don't want everyone copying J Nemesis. they copy blocked him. No one can copy him now because too many people. It's just too many people. I mean, imagine a world where it's only JNemesis that's trading. There's no other traders. Everyone's just copy investing on JNemesis. Everyone in the world. Can you imagine? Because it would all be he would run everything basically. His thoughts and decisions would run it all. And, people don't want that. You want diversity. So eToro's like, no, there's too many people. It's over 100 million AUM for JNemesis. And that was before those extra 15,000 people got on. So who knows what it is now? 150 million? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of persuasiveness. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of power. So I think this is, aimed at trying to get people, try and divert people's attention away from the people who can really make you money. A lot of money with minimum risk. You've got Olivia Danville in here. I'll be surprised if he made 2% last year. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. So I've gone off on a tangent, having a bit of a rant. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. I feel these aren't really tailored to me, at least. I'm not super impressed, to be honest, compared to copy people. $1,000 minimum here, 2,000 here, 5,000 here. I definitely, in my opinion, I don't think this is worth it. You can do a lot better yourself. You can find some good people, and quite cheaply as well. $200 minimum. Get 3 people on board. That's $600, and you'll probably do a lot better than 30% a year, 29% a year, and for a lot less money. The good thing, though, with the top trader one in comparison to market and partner is that these are real people. They will, well, I should hope so. They'll close certain trades and open trades. There's real people sort of controlling it. It's just a lot of the people, and it's all sort of funneled together into a group. So it's got more intelligence behind it, which I think is why it's 5,000 as a minimum, because you're more likely to make more money, I guess, because it's got more intelligence, more human intelligence behind it that can close and open certain assets. Whereas the other ones is more constant and let's have a look in one again. Let's invest. Let's try. Oh, no. Virtual. Yes. Let's see how we do it. So portfolio. Copy. I've already invested 4.5% on everyone. Can I close individual? No. But it looks like I can increase the amount. Let's do Olivia. Let's do 12,000. Did that do anything? Copy open trades. Copy. Still got 4.95% add funds. So I wasn't copying them before. Oh, I see. So if I get to my portfolio now, I should be copying Libor on his own. I think this is like, oh, do you like this trader? Do you want to copy them and only that person? So let's have a look. Net invested. Yeah, okay. So it's the top trader thing you can't manipulate that either. You can't dive in deeper and stop and open things. But yeah, that does it for this video. What are your thoughts if you've had a look? What's your thoughts on market copy portfolios, top trader copy portfolios, and partner copy portfolios? Do you think any of them is better than copy people? Let me know in the comments. I would be intrigued. I mean, I would imagine the Outsmart NASDAQ would be quite a good contender to be in an argument to say if it's better than copy people. Obviously, that would depend on the person you're copying, I guess, as well. But yeah, this is interesting. Let's start a little discussion in the comments. Whether you're new here, whether you're a long-term subscriber, honestly, I will read the comments. I will reply to the comments. Let's talk about it. Start a discussion going. Maybe people that aren't familiar with it, they can see the comments and be like, oh, okay, I've learned something now. That's pretty cool. And they can sort of look into it a bit more. That's it. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.